Let me tell you all, planning a wedding is so tedious and meaningful that you want to make sure you're choosing everything right. This local wedding planner has all the top trending summer wedding decor and more. Isn't this parasol so cute? Doesn't Jennifer look so cute? This is Jennifer Kraft with JC Events, and she's going to help all of you look fabulous wedding day, especially if you're going to host during the summer. Such a tricky situation in San Antonio.
Yes, it sure is. As we know, it's a little toasty from June until October. So here are some of my favorite summertime wedding tips and tricks.
I love it. Let's start over here. This is, you really kept keeping cool in mind.
I did, because it's important to have your guests feel comfortable when they're watching your I-dos, right? So we'll start with our fun parasols, okay? So if it's not completely shaded at the ceremony site, we recommend having the parasols for your guests. So that way they're not in direct sunlight. Okay. And then the fans, right? Who doesn't love a good fan? And it doubles as a wedding program.
This is so neat, and I love that you really made this personal. You pointed out where everybody was coming from.
Yes, so on the front side, we have the itinerary of the wedding day. And the back side is where all the guests are from. And then we have some guest awards to recognize those super special guests who RSVP'd first and traveled the furthest.
Love this. You're giving me so many ideas for my own wedding. So my fellow brides-to-be, this is perfect for you too.
So you can go with the customized, or you can also order on Amazon. I actually found a cute little sign, "Love is hot."
Okay, girl.
Okay, and it has just a generic little message there, just standard, right?
And this is on Amazon, so affordable, right?
Yes, so you can buy that in bulk. Okay, so let's see, water station. Hydration is super important, especially during the summer months. And so it's always nice to have a water station out there at the ceremony site ready for your guests.
That makes 100% sense for sure.
And you can spice it up, right? Aguas frescas, just lemon infused water, whatever it is, something nice and refreshing.
Perfect, and you also are keeping in mind the sun being in someone's face. You say it's very important to know when the sun will set.
Yes, that's correct. So what I'd recommend doing is, if you're getting married a year in advance, check out the venue site during the time you want to get married to see where the sun is setting. Okay, but if you're getting married in 6 months and you don't know, ask your venue manager or your photographer or your planner coordinator to know what time to get married.
Okay,
great. And your photographer is a huge help with that, especially figuring out the photo timeline, right?
Sure.
If you want a first look, maybe you could have your ceremony a little bit later.
Oh, okay. Really heating things up, huh?
Yeah, so I would say 6 to 6:30 is a really good time to say your I-dos. And you can always go back outside for sunset pictures for that golden hour.
So beautiful, yes. And then you also have tips for us when it comes to decor, because warmer temperatures could really deplete those flowers, right?
That's right. So we don't want to use real hydrangeas in the summertime. So Roma, get this little guy out. Let's see what this is.
Okay, let's see.
So this is a sample bridesmaids bouquet, and then we have the battery operated fan. So keep your bridesmaids nice and cool. They will thank you later.
Totally, you're so clever with thinking about that. That's awesome.
But you know, carnations are really hardy. These were actually from last weekend's event, and they're still nice and beautiful.
And then also the men's
the boutonnieres. So faux flowers are great for outdoors.
Okay.
And we have our sample timeline here, so brides can kind of get a little bit of an idea of how to structure their wedding day.
You really thought of everything. How can people reach out to you? You are a wedding planner, event planner, you do it all.
I do all the things. On Instagram at jcraftevents.
All right, well, thank you so much for being with us today. This is lovely.
Thank you so much.